Sometimes in life, we can lose sight of who we are and what's important to us. We get so caught up in striving to be successful, trying to achieve greatness in work or in school, that everything else just goes by the wayside. Sometimes we get so obsessed with comparison that we become obsessed with what everyone else is doing, how they look and what they have, that again we lose sight of who we are and what's important to us. In those moments, we need to just take a bit of time to pause and reflect and remember who we are and what we've been created for. What is our purpose? In the Bible, in Ephesians 2:10, God tells us that we are His masterpiece, created anew in Christ Jesus for good works that He planned for us long ago. Another translation says that we've been created for good works, prepared for us in advance to walk in. This is a verse that we love at Made for More. In fact, we're built upon it. It's the 2X on our sweatshirts and on our logo. And what God is doing is reminding us that He created us. So often when we're striving for success or comparing ourselves to other people, we feel that we're insignificant. We feel that we're maybe we're here by coincidence, that we're maybe a mistake, that we're some sort of mishmash or junk just thrown together. But no, God looks at each and every one of us and He sees a masterpiece. He made you. He formed you. In the Bible we read that you've been knitted together in your mother's womb, fearfully and wonderfully made. When God sees you, He sees a masterpiece. And we're reminded that we are made new in Christ Jesus. That for any one of us who chooses to follow Jesus, we are a new creation. The old is gone and new has come. And that with that, we are to do good works. Now, for some of us, this idea of good works is maybe some sort of religious activities. It's a tick box for some people, thinking that if I just tick them off, then that's my good works done for the day and I can go about living the rest of my life. You know, I go to church, I maybe give money to charity, I maybe don't swear. But that's not what Paul is talking about in this text. In that second translation I gave you, it talked about we've been created for good works, prepared in advance to walk in. This idea of walking in good works is very much giving our whole lives to following Jesus, and the good works overflow from each and every one of us. It's a way of life rather than some sort of tick box that tries to control us. So what does that look like for every one of us who follows Jesus? How do we ensure that there's good works overflowing in every aspect of our life? And it's just by loving other people and loving God. So maybe in your school, if you're a teacher or a student, it's how you love the people around you. As you work, it's how you manage your employees, it's how you love your colleagues, how you go above and beyond to help them and put them first. As a doctor or a nurse, how you love your patients. As a parent, it's how you look after your kids, how you make them dinner, how you just love them. In every aspect of our lives, we need to make sure that the good works overflow from us, not because they have to, but because naturally it's how we choose to live our lives and how we choose to follow Jesus. So today, why not take a little bit of time just to pause and reflect, acknowledging that you have been created and you're a masterpiece, reminding yourself that you're a new creation in Jesus, and then just thinking about the fact that you were created for good works, and it should overflow into every aspect of your life. We have all been made for good works.